Good morning, students. We are going to discuss representation of wave today. Now, wave can be represented by two ways. One will be the displacement versus time, and the other will be displacement versus distance. Let us see how the two graphs is drawn. First is displacement time graph, where we can take the y-axis as the displacement. This is the displacement, and we can take the x-axis as the time. Let us suppose this is the graph. There are two complete waves made, and the amplitude we can consider it as 2 centimeter plus 2, and here below the x-axis we can take it as minus 2 centimeter. Now, since it is the x-axis represents the time, and you know the time period is the time taken to complete one wave. So from this point to this time point will give you the time period to complete one wave. Now, if suppose this is 0, we can take this as 2, 4, 6 and 8. So here the amplitude is 2 centimeter, and the time period is 4 seconds. So the frequency can be taken as, because frequency we know it is reciprocal of time period, so we can get 1 upon 4, which is equal to 0.25 Hertz. So this all information we can collect from this wave, which is the displacement against the time. Now when we draw another graph, displacement distance graph, displacement distance graph. In this case, we can take the y-axis as the displacement, this axis as the displacement, and the x-axis can be taken as the distance. Actually, this will be the distance covered by one complete wave. Now, when you draw the graph, and this time also I am taking two complete wave, and let us suppose the height this time is plus 2 centimeter, and we can take this as 2 meter, 4 meter, 6 meter, 8 meter, this way. So here again you can see this is the amplitude given, which is equal to 2 centimeter. Amplitude is equal to 2 centimeter, and the wavelength means the distance completed by one complete wave, which is this point or this line, which you can see 4 centimeter is there. So here 4 centimeter represents the wavelength of the wave. Next we have now you should know one thing here, that what does the wave above the x-axis and below the x-axis represent. The wave above the x-axis represents that the vibration is in the direction of the wave, whereas The wave below the x-axis, it represents the direction of the vibration in the direction opposite to the direction of the wave. These are the two information you should know. Next we have to discuss about the characteristics of the sound. You know that every sound, does not matter what is the source of the sound, will have three important characteristics. And the three characteristics are the loudness, frequency and the quality of the sound. After all, to know the characteristics, the nature of the sound, these three characteristics are important. And sometimes it is very helpful to recognize the sound also. Whether the sound is produced by the instrument like harmonium or guitar or tabla, or it is produced by any specific person, it is due to these characteristics that we can come to know. So let us discuss more about these characteristics of sound. There are three main characteristics, and each characteristic has got its own information about the nature of the sound. So we have the characteristics of sound. First is the loudness of the sound. Then second is pitch, and the third is quality, or which is also called timbre. Now what does loudness say about the sound? Loudness is that characteristics of sound by virtue of which we can distinguish a faint sound from a loud sound. Because sometimes a same person can produce soft sound and a loud sound also, that can be characterized or that can be found out using the loudness of the sound. And we can distinguish the two nature of the sound also. At the same time produced by the same source. So if if two different sounds are produced by the same source, we can have two different wave formation for that. For example, if the loudness of a sound is low, then in that case the amplitude will be very low. That means the height of the wave, you can see, will be low. On the other hand, if the same person produces a loud sound, then in that case we find that amplitude will be large. You can compare the two heights. You will find in the second wave, in this wave the amplitude is larger, which shows that the loudness of this sound is more than the loudness of the first one. So with increase in the loudness of the sound, the amplitude of the vibration of the particles of the medium will also increase. So this information we can get from the loudness of the sound. Loudness also gives an idea about the intensity of the sound. And intensity is the amount of sound energy carried by the medium. So when I speak loudly, in that case more sound energy will be carried, and hence the intensity of the sound will be more. So that increase in the intensity will finally increase the loudness of the sound. And next day we are going to discuss about the pitch, and we'll also try to see how can the pitch be represented by the wave. Thank you.